Libra, it's Joe, and I'm super excited to be back to my normal schedule. For those of you that know me or a regular viewer, I'm back and my schedule should get back to normal fairly quickly. It's been a challenging last few months, 2020. Been dramatic for a lot of people in so many ways. So we're going to do a spirit guide message. I want to draw in answers or understanding to for you in your circumstance as best I can. So we're going to pull an angel card, an oracle card, a spirit guide card, and then some tarot. But remember, this isn't going to be for everybody. It can't possibly be. So if it's not for you, just leave it. There's always another message at another time that might be for you. All right, Libra, let's talk about what your spirit guides and your angels want to bring forward for you. All right, you know, I've said this a few times in some of the other readings, but I'm not an astrologer. I don't do astrology because it's not my forte, right? But I do pay attention to it, and there's an interesting change, I believe, in February 2021. This is your January 2021, mid-January, but in February 2021, I believe we have about 7 planets in Aquarius. All right, and so that's something that hasn't happened for a long time. It might have even been over 1,000 years or something like that. It's been a long time, and it was that time. It was coming out of a long time of darkness, and so there was like some enlightenment coming through for the collective. And so I think it's a very interesting thing to pay attention to. It's something I definitely plan on kind of studying up on a little more, but I'm hoping that that is the case for us, you know, that we get to actually come out of a challenging time and begin to, as a collective, be kind of woken up to another level, or that process, that transition begins to really kick in. So anyway, I know, Libra, I'm rambling here, but so this is all about where the past has brought you now, and what how that has affected you, and how is it going to be for you moving forward. All right, so this deck right here, by the way, is the Ascension Angel deck by Melanie Beckler. You can find her here on YouTube, so check her out. I love using her cards in my readings. So all right, so you have some interesting things here that I already really want to talk about, but again, if this isn't for you, you know, it's not for you. All right, Libra. Oh, I feel like some of you have been waiting for this justice to come through, and justice can mean a lot of things, so we'll talk about that. Ooh, and then the Fool. So a leap of faith for you, Libra. I feel like there is like a leap of faith, like you know what, I'm going for it. I'm just gonna do it. I think some of you have been kind of like couldn't quite find that harmony with some people around you, and so it's been disruptive. It's been disruptive to your energy. It's been disruptive to some things in your life, and I think that like this Justice card is like going to be bringing like things back into balance, and there's going to be this harmony coming through, and I'll tell you why I'm saying that in a second. But the Fool card here, I do want to point out, it's like I do feel like you're taking a leap of faith. Okay, mid-January, it's all about that really starting to ramp up and manifest for you. All right, but let's talk about your angel card. So you have relationship harmony, okay? And this is Archangel Metatron. This is all about finding balance with one another, with people in our lives. This is about being you know, able to communicate and to find a place in relationships where you might have come from a lot of disharmony, some disruption, Libra. You might have been out of balance with some people, and there might have been some situations where you've been out of balance, okay? And, you know, you did get an extra card here, too, out of this deck. The centering and divine light. And that centering divine light is really... That centering and divine light is really about putting yourself in the path of wisdom and that path of the highest good in a circumstance. So I do feel like to get back into harmony with some things, you really have to step into the light, and you have to be willing to look at things, Libra, from a higher perspective. So there might be some things where it's pulled your energy down, and this is saying get back in that divine light, get back in that light-giving source, get back with source, get back with spirit, the divine. It's going to open you up, and that is also Archangel Metatron. So this is all about getting connected to your source, your spiritual source, your higher power, whatever that you practice and believe in, right? And it's all about bringing harmony into your life. So whatever has been pulling your energy down, it's been pulling you out of balance and out of harmony, and it's been pulling you out of that that connection with source, because I do feel like some of you have been in a negative circumstance, or a circumstance that you perceive as negative, and in that it's been pulling your energy down. All right, but I did want to, and I love this. This is about blessing a peace after a battle. So this is connected to that very much, and it's about getting back into source energy, okay? And in that is saying that finally there's going to be a period of peace. That disharmony and that energy of that disharmony is coming to an end. But you do have by the book here, and so I feel like this is saying here, no cutting corners, no shortcuts, okay? No shortcuts. So some of you, this message might apply to some of you, and it might not apply to any of you, all right? But no shortcuts. So if there's anything in your life that needs to be wrapped up, if there's anything that needs special attention, this is about paying attention to the details. Make sure every T is crossed. Make sure every I is dotted. Don't overlook anything, and do everything by the book, okay? And don't cut corners. And so that is an added message for some of you here. All right, so let's talk about the tarot. What does tarot have to say in this? Well, you know, I talked about this Fool card coming out. This is finally taking that leap of faith and getting into a whole new energy, saying, you know what, I'm ready to go. I'm ready to make a big move forward in my life. I've been waiting at a distance for this opportunity with, you know, with the Three of Wands here, and it's like finally waiting for your time and for your moment. But I feel like some of you are worried about, I get a couple messages, so I'm going to break this down in maybe 2 different ways, maybe 3, I don't know. But because you have to apply it for your situation how you will. You have the Seven of Swords here. I do feel like this disharmony is connected to the Seven of Swords. You've had a joy stealer. You have had an energy vampire. And you feel like it's kept you from getting to a goal, or finally getting to a place of what is yours, what you have been trying to achieve. And so I do feel like there's this disharmony has held you back from achieving or realizing a very important goal, or a very big important change in your life. For others of you, I think you've focused or have focused so much on what you've lost in the past, it has been holding you back from receiving the blessings of what is just down the road for you. And so I think that this is like, you have to get very direct with some people around you. And being very direct, I don't mean, you have the Page of Swords, and I don't mean being very direct in the sense of being cold. But I think this is like, to me, this Page of Swords is like being very direct about what you want for yourself in your life, and also about communicating things on a very simple level. I think that some of you Libra, or maybe it's somebody in your life, is very overly analytical. They are very caught up in trying to make things seem a lot more complicated than they really have to be. And I think this Page of Swords is coming through saying to take on a new approach. And in that is being very direct, but being very simple and to the point, and not allowing things to get overcomplicated. Because I do feel like you have this feeling of protection, or trying to protect yourself. Because there is also in this reading this feeling of a loss from the past, or worried about somebody in your life who has a habit of causing chaos and causing you to lose in many different circumstances. So lose an opportunity, lose resources, or to have somebody, maybe there's somebody competitive in your life who's always challenging you and trying to get just one step ahead of you. And so there's this feeling of like being protective and maybe even secretive or quiet about what it is you're doing in your life moving forward and what you want. I think some of you, this Page of Swords, you have to decide who aligns with your energy in your life, and who's going to be for your highest good. So I think you have a lot of changes coming from a time that was very disruptive. I still have this lingering thing from November, December, and when I do a lot of talking, it gets the best of me. So bear with me, please. So I apologize. But so anyway, to me, this Page of Swords represents so many different things, and simplifying things, being direct, and approaching things from a very simple perspective, so that things are not overly complicated. Being very direct about what you want. I feel that some of you, again, you have had to, or you felt like you've had to be very secretive, because there's always this feeling of there is somebody in your energy, in your life, that is very disruptive to your life. So, but I see you finally, you're getting things pulled back into balance. And I think that, you know, if you've been your energy's been pulled down because of life circumstances. I mean, again, I said it's been a terrible year for many people. That might have been pulling your energy down. That might be pulling you down to feel like you were in a negative place. And so this peace after a battle might just be a figurative battle, where you felt like you were battling life all the time and always having to fight through a lot of circumstances that were just coming at you, a lot of life changes, that maybe things that were out of your control. So finally you're starting to see with this Three of Wands, what you want is actually going to become tangible. But this Justice card is here. For some of you, by the book, this could be just some legal things being cleared up, and finally you're set free, you're cut loose. But for others of you, this Justice card is about getting your energy back into balance and getting yourself back into balance. And I think that it gives you a lot of courage to take a big first step. Maybe for many of you it's in February with the Fool card here, or this could be sometime late January. But this is finally being, taking that leap of faith, feeling like you had the freedom to do something, to chase after something that is very much connected to where you want to go, where you're trying to get to in life, Libra. So I do feel like Spirit's saying that there is a time of peace after a time of trouble for you. But the key to that, finding harmony in your life, is getting into that source guided light, getting connected with your spiritual practice, and getting grounded again, and seeing things for a higher, the higher good of things, realizing the higher purpose in things, and accepting the troubles in life to teach us lessons about how to overcome, so that we can make better decisions moving forward in our life. And so sometimes the troubles in life are all about refining our character. It's all about refining our stamina, our decision making, our wisdom, all of that. So it's about the time of trouble finally coming to an end. And that leap of faith comes through with the Fool card, Libra. So I do like this reading because it says that, that time of trouble is starting to shake loose. All right. So that's your spirit message. I hope it was for you. If it was, leave me a thumbs up, leave a comment, and let me know. If you're not a subscriber, subscribe so you can hear more from me down the road. I appreciate each and every one of you, and don't be a stranger. Bye.